Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have a fun looking puzzle here. There's quite a few rule sets in here, but nothing crazy. I don't know exactly what this clue is gonna end up being because I haven't read through all of the rules, but just looking at this thing, it looks like it's gonna be quite fun. It's also by a setter who I've not done a puzzle before from, so I love doing that. So let's just jump in to see what's going on here. It's called Ascent by Ghaia. And we've got normal Sudoku rules, so every row, column, and 3x3 box will contain the digits 1 through 9 once each. We've got normal thermo rules, so digits will increase from the bulb to the tip. So this is always the lowest digit on a thermo, and it increases as it goes up to the tip. The positive diagonal rule, so no repeat digits on the positive diagonal. That's this thin blue line right here. These must be a set of the digits 1 through 9 once each as well. We've got arrow rules. So digits along the arrow must sum to the number in the circle. So these two digits will add up to whatever this is. Normal XV rules. So we've got an X here. These two digits are going to add to 10. V, these two digits are going to add to 5. We've got white Kropkis, so digits on a white Kropki are consecutive. So these two are consecutive digits, so are these and these. We've got little killer, which are these guys on the outside. So digits outside the box are equal to the sum of digits along the respective marked diagonal. So these digits here will add up to 15, these here to 24. And then the final is, the inequality sign points to the smaller digit. So this is an inequality sign. So this will be the larger of these two digits. This one will be the smaller of these two digits because it's pointing towards this one. So there we go. So those are the rules. I think I'll just leave it right there. That has most of everything we need, and I don't think we need to really fall back on the rules because we know these rule sets before, or we've done these rule sets before. So with all that said, let's just jump in this one because, again, I think this looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. It's got a lot of rules, but they're all kind of interacting with each other very interestingly, at least in my mind. So with that said, link is going to be in the description below. Let's get started on this thing and have some fun. So the first thing I saw when I started thinking about these were these little killer clues. And I'm wondering if we're going to be able to make some reductions to what these can be. Because we think about the fact that we have this arrow on each, we have two of them, one on each of our little killers, is telling us that whatever these digits are, it's called the value of them x. Well, this is going to be x as well. So that's 2x plus some other digit to equal to 15. Now, obviously, these can't be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think 6 will probably be the bare minimum because, yeah, we could do a 1, 2, and a 1, 2. So the minimum this can be is 6, so 6, 7, 8, 9. But we obviously can't do 9 or 8 because we had 9 here. We have another 9 here, which is 18, and we just blown this out of the water. 8's the same thing. It'll get us to 16. Now, we can do 6 or 7. So if we were to put a 6 in here, these would all add up to 12. This would have to add up to a 3. And if this was a 7, these would add up to 7, 14. This would have to be a 1. Now, I don't think we have much room to work with this thing, because if this is a 6, this is a 1, 2, 1, 2 grouping, which means there's a 1 in both of these regions. Now, what I'm trying to get to is, can we ever have a 1 up here? Because if this is a 7, both of these still have to have a 1 on them, because one of them would be like 1, 2, the other one could be 1, 3. Because we can't ever put a 2, 3 as a bare minimum on one side, because we would end up having 2 1s in the same region to add up to this. So this can't ever be 7, because, again, we always have to have a 1 in one of these two. So therefore, this is forced to be 3. And if it's forced to be 3, these have to be 12 total. So this is 6. And these are 1, 2, 1, 2 to be able to be the bare minimum to get us to the 6. Now, this can't be a 1 because it's on this white Kropki. So if this was a 1, these would both have to be 2s. So this is 2 and 1. And if this one is here, this has to be a 3. Now, what does that do for us? I don't know if it does a lot, but let's look at, because I don't see any other groupings here now and interactions yet as to how this information is going to propagate to the rest of the stuff. But let's think about this guy, because he's going to be kind of the opposite situation as the 15. He still has to be a bare minimum of 6, because this would be 1, 2, 1, 2. But it's not going to be 6. I don't think it could be 7 either. No, it can't, because we think about if this was a 7, these would all add up to 7 as well. This would be 14 total. This would have to be a 10. So this is not 6 or 7. It is 8 or 9. If it's an 8, we got 16 total. This would have to be 8. If we had a 9, we're at 18. This would be a 6. Okay, we don't have any interaction there yet. So I don't know that we can take this one any further at the moment. The other thing I saw was this V clue, because I think it's going to have some interesting interactions in how the thermo and the 10 clue work. Because we know a V clue can only be 1, 4, or 2, 3. And it would be 1, 4, or 2, 3. That's the only way it can work because it's on a thermo. Now, if this is a 1 or a 2, this has to be an 8 or a 9. Now, does that cause any issues dependent on how these are worked out? Because if this is a 1, 4, this would be 9. And we'd have to just be able to make a 9 up here. I don't know that, unless there's something to do with how now this thermo must work, because this could be 4, 5, 6, I guess. Or could it go to 7, 8? No, it can't go to 7 because it would force this to be 9, and this would have to be 8. We could put a 1 with the 8 on here, but we'd also have a 9 here, so that doesn't work. So we can reduce this a little bit. 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8. Now that actually makes this a fairly high digit. 5, 6, or 7, it seems. Yeah, because obviously you can't put a 9 on this. This can't, no, this could be 8, I guess. Because it could be 8, 7, and there would be some grouping of digits on here, and this could be a 1. So what are the possibilities on this guy then? So it's either 1, 2, 3, or 4 at the max. It can't be 3. That 4, does that really do anything for us? Because if this is a 4, okay, that won't work actually. If this is a 4, it has to be a 4 or 5 pair to make this a 9. If this is a 9, this has to be a 1. If this is a 1, this has to be 4. So we'd have 2 4s. This is not 4. So we get a 1, 2 pair, which is interesting. I guess that reduces, or increases is the better word, the minimum what this can be, but it's still probably not reduced enough. What else? We can also say there's a 9 in one of these. I don't know if that really helps us at all. Is there anything else in this region that we haven't put in? 1, 2. One of these is a 3. Because the 3s can't go anywhere else, which means one of these two is a 3. 4 has multiple places it can be. This one looks like it could probably be a few things. Stop beeping at me, Mr. Phone, please. What else? A little bit of caffeine to get things going. Hopefully. Don't think we can reduce this too much. What else is there here? Well, let's think about 1s and 2s, I guess, because there has to be a 2 over here. There has to be a 1 in one of these, which means we have an X-wing on 1s, actually, so none of these can be... So there's a 1 on this thing. That's something, I guess. Don't know how useful that is, but it's something. Maybe we need to move away. Or we need to see what the options when we would say, let's say this is the 1 or the 2 and how everything kind of spits out from here. Let's think about that for just a minute. This is a 1, this is a 9, 2, 7. Because maybe we can reduce this quite a bit. So we said, if this is 1, this is 9, this is 2, this is 7. This is 2, this is 8, this is 1, 7. This is just a 7. Interesting. Let's do that again. 2, 8, 1, 7, 1, 9, 2, 7. This is 7. Interesting. Okay, glad I looked at that. This gets reduced now. Good. Now, can we maybe determine what this digit really can be? Because we have a lot of reductions here. Because if this was, again, a 1, 9, 2... Oh, let's do the other way. If this was 2, 8, 1, 7, this would have to be 6, 5, 4, 3. And this would be a 9. So that's one possibility. If this was a 2. If this was the 1, this is 9. This is 2, 7. The 1 here would say this is 4, 5, 6, 8. This would be 3. That seems to be the only possibilities there, either 3 or 9. Well, I guess we kind of already knew the 3 there, but that's okay. So one of these is a 9, one of these is a 3, one of these is a 4, one of these is a 5. There's a lot of little things happening in here. How much of it is actually useful is a good question. Don't quite know. Okay. Maybe we need to branch out a little bit here because we have a ton of clues, so we're gonna have to search a little bit, maybe to find anything further here. That 7, I don't think did much Sudoku-wise. Probably not. Let's think in this middle region, because there's a lot going on. Every cell has some form of clue in it. So let's think about 1. Oh, okay. This can't be a 1 because it would force this to be a 2. So the 1 goes on this. Not you. Mouse, stop it. Can we think more about the 2s then in the same concept? That can't be a 2. This actually can't be a 2 either. Because if this was a 2, it can't be a 1, so this would be a 3, but we've already got that. The problem is that that leaves a couple of places where a 2 could go. Because this could be 2 to go with the 1 to make this a 3, or the 2 could be up here to go with something to make this. Sadly, that doesn't seem to get us much further. We are starting to limit what this can be, because we said it can't be 1 or 2. Could it ever be a 3? And the answer actually is no as well, in an interesting way. If this was 3, this would have to be 4, because it can't go to 2. Well, this is a 4. This has to be a 1-3 pair. It can't be. So 4, 5, 7, no, not 8, or what could be 7. 4, 5, or 7 is what we're at the moment, which would mean this could be 5, 6. Said it can't go down to 3. So if this is 7, it could go up to 8 as well. So there's plenty of room here for some things to work, right? Because if this was a 5, so we're thinking this is a 4, 5. Actually, this can't be an 8, now that I think about it in terms of the thermo. If this is 8, this has to be 7. Well, we don't have an 8 to gap to the 9 anymore, because we've already used it. So this is not 8. Well, that actually does reduce this down a little bit more, which is maybe manageable. Because if this is a 5, this is a 2, 3 pair. And we have an inequality sign, so this would be the 3, this would be the 2. We can't do the 1, 4. If this is a 6, we can't do the 1, 5, so we'd have to do a 2, 4. This would be 4, this would be 2. This is just a 2. Yeah, there's no other way to make either one of those work, so we get this. That forces this to be a 1. This can't be 2 anymore. Okay. There's a little something. Can we continue on this road? This could be 5, 6, 7, 8 technically. 6, 7, 8, 9. This can't be 6, actually, sorry. We think about this guy, because this is a 6, this is 5 and 4. What is this? Nothing. Can we make any other reductions on this? I don't know that we can. Oh, the 3, actually, now that we have all this stuff inputted, none of these can be 3 by Sudoku. This can't be a 3, because it would have to be a 1, 2 pair. So this is 3. If that's a 3, 2 pair, this is 5. This is now 4. This can't be 5. Okay. Now, sadly, that didn't come back to tell us what any of these are. Let's continue in this thing and see what's going on. What can this be? It obviously can't be 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. So it's 6, 7, 8, or 9. Oh, it can't be 6, sorry. So this must be either a 1, 6, a 1, 7, or a 1, 8. I don't know if I want to necessarily... I mean, I guess what it tells me that one of these two is a 6, because this can't be a 6 because of the Sudoku. I don't know if that does anything. It just means that one of these is a 6 as well. Okay, we're starting to get into this diagonal. I'm wondering if we can keep that going or not. Because we can start thinking about what this can be. I mean, I'm not huge on putting all of these digits on this thing, but we might end up with something up here that, say, we can put with our 6, 7, 8s to create like a quad or something. So let's think about this. Can't be 1, it could be 2, 3, it can't be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It could go up to a 5. Okay. So let's go from there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, 9. 6, 7, 8, 9. We do get a quad. If this is 6, 7, 8, 9, this can't be 9. It's 3. Therefore, this is 9, 1, 4, 5, 6, and 8. And this is 2. Okay, there we go. So we got this guy figured out by, I guess, ascending up this line. I guess that's probably what ascent means, but we now have a 1, 3, 8, and 4 on this line. So these can't be 8s. This can't be 8. One of these is 8. We can't quite rule out those just yet. This can't be 3. We have a 6, 7, 9 triple now, because we've used the 8. So this is a 2-5 pair, which means there is no 5 in any of these. Oh, this is 5. This is 5, this is 2. Okay. The 3, we can actually figure that out now because this 2. By Sudoku, none of these can be 3s, but this can't be 3 because this would have to be a 1-2 pair, and it can't be. So this is 3, which means this is not 3. This is 3. 3 here. Has to be one of these 3. It can't be this one. So this is 3. So it looks like we're getting somewhere. That's always good. Some days we don't get very far. This is not 2, so this is good. We're getting down to some of these regions, or rows and columns, that are going to have a lot of digits in them. Although I don't think we're far enough down yet, because these could be from 4, 7, and 9, and only this 1, 4 here does any real work. We can't go any further with the diagonal just yet. So let's think about what these can be. Obviously, this can't be 1, 2, 3, or 5, and it can't be 4. So we're looking at 6, 7, 8, or 9. I don't know that that really helps. Well, I guess it does, actually, because we know this can't be 6. Because if it was, we'd have to put a 1, 5 here, and we can't do that. It's not, again, not quite enough. Oh, the 4, now we can remove it from being in here, because there's no way we can use a 4 or 1 to get anything. So this is 4. So we're starting to very slowly creep up this thermo. This can't be 6, because it's at the tip of the thermo. But the 7s and 9 could work. Let's see, this is either 1, 6, 1, 7, or 1, 8. I think all of those options are okay. I'm not huge on this marking here, but... Right, because if it's 1, 6, this is 7, 9, 8. If it's 1, 7, this is 8, 9, 6. If it's 1, 8, 9, 7, 6. Yeah, those all work out. Okay. Oh, the 7, 9 now. We have a 7, 9 pair. So this is 6. Let's get rid of that. Now, this can't be 7 anymore, because we can't do a 1, 6. This is either 1, 7 or 1, 8. Don't have anything looking into it just yet. Okay, we've got some information going now. Let's try to see if we can get through this. Let's look at Sudoku real quick, because we have a lot of digits. One of these is a 2. One of these is a 2. Because we might start being able to limit what these... Actually, we can start doing that right now. We can't put a 1, 2, or a 3 in this place. The bare minimum it can be is a 4. Is that what it has to be? Could it be a 5? If it was a 5, we could get 6. No, we can't make that work. Because if this is a 5, the bare minimum this could be is a 1, which gets us at 6. These two digits would have to add up to either 2 or 3. Obviously, we can't put 2 1s to make 2, and we can't make these equal 3 because we can't do a 1, 2 pair. I think that's saying this has to be 4. Let me just make sure that's fully correct. 5 with a 6. Yep, that's right. It can't go, because it can't be 1, 2, or 3, so it is 4. That makes this a 4 by Sudoku, if we look at all these. So let's go back and continue our Sudoku hunt here. We already knew one of those was 1s. I think we know this has to be a 1 as well, because if this isn't a 1, it's now down, or the least it can be is a 5, which is never going to work. So this is 1. Okay, so we have 5 here. This can't be a 1, 2 to make this an 8. So this is 9. We have to make these 2 equal 3, or 4, excuse me, to get from 5. So this has to be a 1, 3 pair. We've got the 3. So this is 1, 3. That pushes the 1 here. Get rid of all this stuff. And that pushes a 1 up here. Good. I think we're done with, oh, we're probably done with 1s. We can probably put something down here now. Yeah, this is 1. I think that was the last one. Yes, let's go through these now and see if we can do anything further. That can't be 2. So one of these is, which means this one has to be. We're left with an X-wing there, so let's continue on. The 3 is going to be given. Because of all those, this is 3, which means this has to be the 2. We get the doot there. Get rid of those. Let's continue. That's all the 3s. We can place a 4. We can place another 4. One of these must be 4. What about down in here? One of these, okay. Almost there. Let's think on 5-age. One of these must be 5, which forces a 5 up here, and it has to go here. Because it can't go here, because you can't put a 4.5. Anything else? Yes. This is a 5, which forces this to be the 4, and this to be the 6. Actually, we could have just looked at here and said these are 18, so this has to be 6, but either way, this is 6, which means this is 7, 8, 9. And I think we're pretty much into this one now where we can just kind of roll with it. So let's just make sure we've got it all. Yep, this becomes our 4. I think that was all of those. 5. We can do the 5, this one. And that's going to put the 5 here and here and finish those. Yeah, I think we've got this thing now. What about 6? Has to go here. One of these two would be 6. Let's just look at this row. What is left over? 6 and 9. We have a 9. So 6 and 9. This is 6. And this is 6. And this must be 7. Because if we look, none of these could be, so one of these is, and therefore we get it. This is an 8, which is finalizing this one finally. That's 9, 7, 8. We can now just look down here and add these 2 digits in. This must be, what am I saying, 7, and then this one has to be 8. Now this is a given 9. This is a given 7, and this is a given 8. Yep, we can just keep on rolling. This is 9. This is 7. This is 8. These 2 are 5 and 7, so we have those, 7 and 5. These 2 are 8 and 9. We can do those as well. This is just a given 9. This is a given 8, and this is going to be our final digit, and it will be 7. Yes, we did it. We solved the puzzle. Solution is correct. Cool. It's been out for about 10 days now. Okay. 300 solves. That's a decent amount. Beautiful puzzle. I really enjoyed this one. I kind of like this grouping, the initial inset of the little killer and how they interacted with the arrow cells there. So really love this puzzle. I hope you all did as well. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff to help this channel out, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks a lot.